Hi Pisces, welcome back to Love from Leo. My name is Tay, otherwise known as Love from Leo, and this is your April 2020 reading. So it's currently nighttime for me, so I don't know, when I do readings at nighttime, I feel like they are a little bit more in tune, maybe because of the moon, I'm not sure, but let's just get started. So your focus for this month is going to be Neptune. Now, you know that you're ruled by Neptune and also you're co-ruled by Jupiter. But Neptune is all about your imagination, your dreams. I would say thinking outside of the box, looking at things from a almost alien perspective. Now, the Spirit Oracle card that we have is Suffering in Silence. Now, the connection that I'm immediately making before I read this card, Pisces, which is you, Suffering in Silence, which is also probably you right now. The focus is Neptune. What do you naturally possess as being Pisces, as being the wise sign? The sign that is born without direction because you're meant to explore and expand your own horizons. I feel like that Neptune energy is really calling for you to tap into your natural abilities that you naturally possess with Pisces. And I would encourage you to look in your chart to see where Pisces is, maybe what other planets are in that house, if any. I just really think there's a need for you to tap back into yourself because I'm getting a sense of you not being grounded right now. You feeling really unstable. Suffering in Silence. The number 9 denotes completion. Are you finally ready to let go of these limiting negative beliefs, or are you allowing the issues in your life to become bigger than they really are? Your mind has been doing quite a job on you lately, and even your dreams may be trying to get your attention. When you learn to let go of the worry, despair, and sense of hopelessness, a positive new way or path will be shown to you. This card follows Trapped in Fear, the number 8 mental card. When your fears aren't confronted, your mental anguish will continue. This is a reminder to take action and trust that your soul and the power of spirit will grasp you firmly by the hand and guide you. But you must take the first step towards healing and letting go of mental distress. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out for help that's available. Ooh, Pisces. Okay. You're showing up as yourself this month physically. I feel like but with this, the 7 of Wands behind it, I feel like you're really just trying to push through. You're really just trying to hang on. With this 4 of Wands here in the beginning of your April, it's sideways. So the way that I depict cards when they're sideways, I just look at the situation, the circumstance, and then you just determine what side of the situation you're on. So with this is like a celebration, a marriage, an engagement, a wedding. I heard party. Something where people are coming together, a social event in the beginning of your April. Knight of Pentacles. Because of this social event, you either find connections for business reasons, or you find someone who is not the most reliable, but for some reason they have something that they want to offer you. They want to kind of bring you out of something. And then after that, we have 8 of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse. Wow. Queen of Swords upright. So if this is a person that is coming to offer you something in the middle of your April, they want to free whatever insecurities, doubts, fears that you have. They want to help you get rid of those. They want to expose like the truth to you. I almost feel like I heard open your eyes. They want to help you open your eyes. And then with the Queen of Swords, it's like they want you to like start using your mind again, start trying to be creative again. It's almost like they want you to get out of a funk that you're in and get back to you. Like get back on your shit. It's almost like they're like waiting for you to wake up and realize what's going on. Now I'm gonna call out some signs that could be in your April. Right away we have Leo. We have Pisces. This is most likely you. And then we have an Aquarius here. In the beginning of your April, you have the Magician's card. So I feel as though in the beginning of April, um, and clarification for this Four of Wands, there's a situation where it's like you're coming together, you're bringing something together, whether it's social or something to do with the relationship, or bringing a creative endeavor together. You're doing this. You are the reason why this is happening. You're initiating certain things. You're going after certain curiosities. So for a lot of you, it's almost like your efforts, your people skills, something like that. I heard people skills. You found a way to like, you're very savvy. You're very savvy. Some of you may have the gift of gab, but I'm seeing more so that it's like you're realizing your worth for some of you. You're realizing how much control you actually have of a situation. That's what it is. You're realizing how much control you have of a situation. And because of this, you start to feel internally motivated. And you start to come out of your shell a little bit more. You get out of that funk that you have been feeling as of late. Now, Pisces, remember that you are a water sign, obviously. And for those of you who are not like really well versed, or maybe you don't know much about your sign as a Pisces, but Pisces is mutable water. Water represents the feelings and the emotions, obviously. So if you are mutable, that means that you go up and down, up and down. And Pisces is a very receptive sign. So there's a lot of times where if you are not protecting yourself, or if you have a lot of things going on that need to be rectified, or if you don't have a clear conscience or something like that, a lot of things you will attract those vibes to you. It's because it's like the force that you have around you, your aura, it just naturally gravitates. It picks up different things. You're a fish. So imagine, swimming in the ocean. You're going to see so many different creatures. And Pisces is the fish. So you're going to be just like, taking in the sights, experiencing. That's what Pisces is about. But remember, when you're in water, you feel like you don't have any footing. You literally are just swimming. And I feel like that's how you feel whenever you're down. Like you're just in the midst of just open space, but like not feeling like you have any direction, or sometimes you feel stifled or boxed into a little space when you really are in a big ocean. So I feel like that's a very relatable like feeling that a lot of people go through, especially like I would say fire signs and water signs, because we have that intuitive nature to us. Like we feel really hard. And so it's like that saying, when it rains and pours. So it's like, yeah, things are bad, but for you, when they're bad, when things are really sad or gloomy or down, it feels really, really, really like intense for you. And just know that that's not a bad thing. That just means that you're really in tune, you know what I mean? But the thing that you have to realize is that if you don't figure out what feelings are yours versus what feelings are just things that you're picking up, you're always going to feel scattered. You're always going to feel like antsy, or you're always going to feel like you don't have control over your own power as Pisces. So I feel like it's really important for you to get to know yourself, Pisces. Get to know, explore your worth, explore your talents. And what I mean by that is explore the parts of yourself that have always scared you growing up. So the things that maybe people told you don't be that way, or the things that people always said, oh, she's crazy or he's crazy for doing this as a Pisces. The things that you are interested in as well, not just the negative, but also the positive aspects of yourself that maybe you have left in the past and you want to go back towards it. I'm seeing the Devil card in reverse here. So I kind of feel like there are certain things that you have added into your life, and then also some things that you have taken away. The things that you've added may have been things that aren't necessarily beneficial to your higher self. And the things that you've taken away, they may have been things that you are realizing, dang, I need that back in my life. I need this. And you know what I'm saying? It's like you're reconstructing things. And if you're not doing it, you need to try to focus on that. It's not reconstructing your life. It's more so tapping back into yourself, so that when you're trying to navigate the oceans, aka your world, you're more aware, you're more prepared. Not that you can know how anything's going to turn out, but it's like, I think you'll just feel more like confident with your abilities that you have, instead of being like so scattered or sporadic, or just waking up and then just seeing how you feel and that's your mood, instead of waking up and saying this is how I'm going to feel and then taking your day forward. I just feel like you're being pulled by energy instead of like walking in your own faith. You understand what I'm saying? So it could be just because of the signs. I mean, the signs. It could just be because of everything happening with like the corona and like quarantine. And I feel like Pisces is such a social sign, so like being cooped in is really having an effect on you. In the middle of your April, it's all about you. So I would say in the middle of April, take time for yourself. King of Cups is here, like, look how he's looking, like solitude. Like, look, take time for yourself, Pisces. It's to the point where it's like your sanity depends on it, okay, Pisces? Like, honestly, you need to take time for yourself. You need to be meditating. Your intuition can get foggy too, you know, if you're not paying attention and letting yourself have time to rest and recharge, Pisces, recharge. Cups. What does Pisces need to take a break from? I just feel like you just need to like sit down and like take time for yourself. He's even holding like a cup here. It could be water, it could be wine, it doesn't matter. Like, sit down by yourself, have some time to just like look in the mirror, be reflective. I feel like you need to be comfortable though too. Like, that's also a part of it. Like, you need to be comfortable. Like, let your hair down, wear whatever you feel like wearing. Like, be loose and comfortable in your own setting. It's almost like let's just see what comes out. What do they need to separate from? Seven of Swords and the Moon. So you need to take a break from whatever is on your heart, whatever is take a break from whatever you have been hiding from yourself. Like, whatever that thing that you don't ever want to remind yourself that you've done or that you've experienced. Whatever makes you feel uncomfortable. Whatever makes you feel like, oh, let's switch the subject. It's time to let that fear, that it's, I feel like it's a feeling for you. Like, you feel it creeping onto you whenever it's going to happen. So for some of you, it could be like a panic attack, or for some of you, it could just be like a thought or like a past traumatic event. I feel like you're really at a point where it's like, look, Pisces, you have all the tools that you need to make certain things happen, especially with this here, with this Nine of Cups. You have to then like evaluate what makes you feel comfortable. What do you want? Nine of Cups is about being comfortable, but it's also about like being comfortable because you're secure, not because you settled for it. Nine of Cups, it's being able to relax in a chair and be like, I love my life right now. And it might not even be what other people would deem as like beautiful or amazing, but when you can sit back and just look around and feel free, light, you know, no Seven of Swords energy. Seven of Swords is like sneaky, something's fishy, something's wrong, something's off. You don't want to feel like that. And I think this is what you've just been intuitively feeling. And this could be someone around you, don't get me wrong. This could definitely be someone around you making you feel like this. So it's like, take some time to yourself so that you can collect your, literally like align yourself, be in tune with yourself, detox yourself from people in the middle of your April. And I know like quarantine, whatever, but I literally mean like spiritually and emotionally, like try to just, you got to learn to swim again. I feel like I tell you guys this all the time. Like Pisces, you're the fish. You are like, if anyone can survive the waters, it's you. You're going with the flow. You're literally going, you are the wave, Pisces. Like, you are the wave. So it's like, for you to be getting so washed up, that's not you. You're taking on someone else's energy. You have to stop that. It's not going to get you anywhere. Like, that, I lied. It will get you somewhere. It's just going to lead you down like an alley. It's going to lead you to a back road that you didn't want to go. You have to, like, remember when I said Pisces is one of those signs that's born without direction? It's because literally the planets that rule you, it's about exploring, experiencing. It's like you jump from the heavens or the realms, the oh my God, I can't talk. The things that people consider the cosmos or the universe, that spirit that we are all kind of like in tune with. Some of us, I don't know about everybody, but a lot of us that are in tune with. You go there and then you come back down to earth so quickly. So you have to remember that. This is what your energy looks like, okay? I know this is weird, but I'm a fire sign. I got to show you I got to make you see what I'm trying to tell you, okay? So it's like you're always like this. Now, this can be a beautiful thing if you know what you're doing. It's kind of like dribbling. It's like dribbling. You're learning to use the force that you are given. And so in this case, it would be like when you dribble the ball and it bounces and gravity kind of like pushes it down and it pops back up. That's how you're working with universe right now. You need to learn how to dribble, basically. Like, it's almost like universe is throwing you. Like, if you guys are playing tennis, it's like, okay. And you're just like, oh, that was for me? Or if you're playing volleyball, the universe is like serving it and you're just like, somebody gonna get that? So Pisces, it's like if you want things to change, if you want that happiness that you keep, searching for, which we're all searching for it, but if you want it, the thing that you have to do is, actually go towards it. I mean, I just feel like universe is kind of like, that's who it is who's offering it to you. It's universe. Now, this could show up as a person, obviously, but I think it's like you. It's like your higher self, like, look here, Pisces. Do you want to be in this situation? I also feel like your higher self is also saying, do you remember where we used to be? Look where we are now. Why are you being so hard on yourself? Like, I feel like I'm speaking as your higher self to you right now. Like, look at where we used to be at. And, like things are not as bad as you're making them. It's not that you're making it like that. It's just you being who you are. You feel it so intense. It's kind of like when people say, oh, well, you may be going through something, but I went through something worse. And it's like, how can you determine that? Everyone experiences their own hell within their self. Nobody can tell you how you feel when someone did this, this, and this to you. It may be the same crime or the same wrongdoing, but you don't know how the victim will take that or internalize it. You know what I mean? So it's like you have control over yourself. So work on that part of yourself. I think it's mental. I know it's always mental, but like, you really got to start like learning the power of changing your mindset, and then also cause and effect, consequences for things that happen. That's just the way life is, especially if you're going to be working with spirit and universe. If you're still going to be doing like things that you're not supposed to, as far as like what spirit doesn't want you to do, it's like, well, how much can they help you? It's like, well, do you want us to help you? You want to take our plan, or like, let's do this? But it's like, are you ready? Like, literally, are you ready? That's what I just heard in my head. Are you ready? You better get ready is all I'm saying. Moving into the end of your April, I know this video is getting kind of long. There is an Aquarius here, but I also feel like this is a change of mentalities. Three of Wands, you're starting to create action for finally realizing that you are not stuck. It's all about how you perceive things in your mind. And now you're like, I got this. Now I know what I'm gonna do. Now I got the plan. Now I know how to execute and use my emotional intelligence logically. Because I think that's so important. People always say, oh, be emotionally intelligent or be logical. No, how about be both and just know how to use them whenever it's time. Like let's just do that. Let's just strive to be great instead of just settling for nothing, But let's see what you're taking action towards. I feel like it's kind of love related. That's why I'm like, let's see. Oh, the sun. You're taking action towards either a Leo or someone who makes your heart sing, honey. I also feel like if this is just a thing that you want, it's like literally a thing that you want. So maybe you've been putting off a project for a long time, or maybe you've been putting off a big purchase, something like that. Like you're finally like, okay, I changed my mind. Things are not as bad as they are. Like, I'm gonna go after, I'm gonna do this. And I love this with the Queen of Swords, because it's like you're really determined. Like your mental, like it comes back on at the end of your April. I love it. So it does look like you're gonna be kind of MIA, especially in the middle of your April. I mean, you're also working really hard, and you're like trying to like stay to yourself, and you're trying to make all these things happen. You're trying to make all these elements work together, honey, and you're really trying to focus on your money, but you also are trying to push through because you have so many things on your back, and you're like, oh, it's like the last stretch. I don't know if you guys know about track. Whenever I used to run hurdles, and my specialty was the 100, so it's like just the straightaway with the hurdles. But I also did the 300-meter hurdles, so that's like the curve and the straight. And I would always get to around the curve and be like really like just getting in there and running. And then I hit the straights after that curve, and I would feel like the world was on my shoulders. And I feel like that's how you guys are feeling in the beginning of your April. The way that I would always persevere is to think everyone around you feels this way. the person who's going to win is the person who pushes through, because mentally they know everyone's going to feel the same lactic acid buildup. That's just what it is. You're going to feel it when you get to a certain amount of, meters that you're running. And so I'm saying all this like too much, but everyone's feeling this. Now you be the person to speed ahead. You be the person to like get through this. And you don't have to do it alone. This card even said like reach out for those who care. You have people out there. Stop hiding your feelings. Like, it's not just hiding them, but like express them to those that you feel the need to, but also dissect your own feelings. Like, feel what you're going through. That is literally why you have this power to feel things. And if you're numbing yourself to it or not trying to understand it, then what the hell are you even going through it for? Like, I need you to like feel what you're going through, experience it. And as I'm telling you this, I'm telling myself this too. I get it. I have a lot of Pisces in my life. I get how you guys work, and you guys are, it's not an easy sign. It's not an easy sign, and you guys do not always have the best cards, but because of just Pisces as a zodiac sign, the blessings that you can manifest are literally heaven sent. So it's like, just you gotta remember your worth. You gotta keep pushing through. I don't know how many times I keep seeing the 7 of Wands energy. Let's get a card of attitude. Hold on. What's your attitude need to be like during April? Despair. Now, I know you're looking at this like, this is not a positive card, but wait, okay? You need to start, like I said, feeling out whatever pain you're going through. And even on this card, there's a turtle or a tortoise, whatever. We all know that tortoise live for a long, 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 long time. And with that comes wisdom in itself, but it also comes with like, it gets hard to walk with that shell. It gets bigger, it gets harder. It gets hard, carrying that load all the time. But what the hell is the turtle going to do? That's it. It's all it can do is keep going. That's all it can keep doing. Like, it can't really speed up. Now, there's things that you might be able to do to help speed things up. But what I'm saying is, if the tortoise can live for, like, I don't even know how long, like, decades on decades. If they can live and go through certain things like that, and, I don't know what it's like to be a turtle, but I would think it's probably not that fun, So, but you have so many things to be thankful for. You have so many things coming in. You have so many opportunities that you can actually live out. So it's like, why live as a tortoise when you could live, as a phoenix? Rise above all of this bullshit that you're going through. So you can look back on it and be like, I did that. Like, I did that. You already have moments like that in your life. That's what I'm saying. Like, use that knowledge and move through it. Like, let's do this. Let's do this. And I mean that as a collective. Like, come on, what are you waiting for? All right, Pisces. That's my reading for you all. I'm gonna hop into the extended on Patreon to see like what more I can look into. I'm definitely wanting to see what this like 2 of Cups in reverse is about. So if you're interested in that, make sure you go over and look into my extended message. I basically just like dive deeper and see which cards are sticking out that I need to like give more personal messages to for Pisces. You can also like this video. That would help me out too. You can subscribe to the channel. You can share the video. Or you can add me on Instagram. Actually, I have 2 accounts. One of them is like more personal, and then my other one is like just for like tarot, like all things tarot, and lovefromaleo. I think that's it, you guys. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I love you guys so much. I know this one was kind of like deep and really long, but listen, I get you guys. I don't know if... I understand you guys, and I know that you guys are going through quite a bit. You guys have been one of those signs on my channel that literally have supported me since I started. And I've seen you guys grow. I've seen you guys get up and fall and get back up and fall. So that's what's happening. You're just going through something so that you can get back up and remind yourself who the fuck you are. That's all that's happening. And yeah, it's going to be a little bumpy, but I'm here for you, with you. We're all going through this at the same time, and I mean everybody as a collective. So do not feel like you're alone. You're a fish, for God's sake. You have a whole school of people just with you. You know what I'm saying? You have a whole support group. Even if you don't feel like it, people love you. All right? I hope that helped. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And with that being said, I love you all. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, Pisces.